whenever I talk with a lot of people and they want to grow their business, they think, shoot, I just need to get more leads. I need to add another marketing channel, or this person said direct mail works. I'm going to do direct mail. What usually is the actual answer, Melvin, is I'm going to dive into their funnel. And usually they're getting good enough leads to close deals. They're just not following up with them well. So it's follow up. And so the first thing is, depending on the marketing channel, some marketing channels require you to follow up faster. And what I teach my clients here at Carrot is this really quick calculation. And I'm just going to give you guys that quick calculation right now. Okay.
Yeah, let's have it.
So
Let's have it.
so if I'm coming up with a marketing budget, we always remove emotion. Emotion is one of the things that will ruin your marketing faster than anything else. Because let's say you put, one of the famous questions I'll get, Melvin, from people, it's like, hey, what can I do with $500 a month? What can I do with $1,000 a month? Well, that's an emotional budget that you just set, that you're emotionally willing to let go of $500 or $1,000 a month. That's not based on math on what the market actually needs. That's not based on how much money you actually need to spend to get a deal. It's based on just your emotions of how much you might want to give up. So what I want you guys to do is write down the average profit per deal. If you're flipping, wholesaling, whatever it is, or if you're buying whole, what's your average profit per deal that you're going to get in that market? Let's say it's $20,000 if you're a wholesaler. And then I'm going to ask the question, well, how many leads do I need to get one of those deals? Depends on your marketing channel. And we've got all the numbers and math that we can share with people. Just hit me up on IG, Trevor.Mauch. I can send you guys the math on IG, just DM me. But let's say it's SEO. So someone doing a Google search and landing on your website through Google search, it's about 1 in 10 of those leads turns into a deal. They're really high quality, high motivated. If you're doing Facebook ads, 1 in 20 to 1 in 30 of those leads turns into a deal. Direct mail, 1 in 40 to 1 in 60, depending on how targeted the list is. Okay. And so when we know that, and let's say it's going to take 10 SEO leads to get that $20,000 deal, what I usually tell people is be ready to spend about 25 to 30% of that average profit per deal in marketing to be able to get that deal. If you can make that 3-to-1 or 4-to-1 trade all day long, I will take that trade. I can scale my marketing. So in that case, Melvin, I should be willing, math-wise, to invest up to $5,000, let's say, to get that $20,000 deal. But a lot of people stop at $1,000 and $2,000 and $2,500, and they go, oh man, I've already got $2,500 into this. I've only got 6 leads. I don't have a deal yet. Well, you haven't even given math a chance to work with you.
True.
So remove emotion, just trust the math with your budgets. And like I said, I can dive deeper. And if people hit me up on IG, Trevor.Mauch, M-A-U-C-H, I'll give you the training of it for free to dive deeper. Okay. Dude, the third mistake that I see from a lot of people is they find an offline marketing channel that works and they don't do anything online. They think, well, I'm a cold caller. I'm a bandit sign person. I'm a direct mail person. I don't need any of this online stuff. Well, what do we all do today, Melvin, when we see some sort of marketing, especially for big decision, right? A financial decision? We're probably usually going to Google search. We're going to Google search that company. And so if people are Googling searching or now going to Chat GPT, which that's growing in our database, the number of leads that are coming through Chat GPT, people are going to want to find out about you. Is Melvin legit? Let me see some reviews about his business. Is he real? And so all offline marketing drives online demand. So if you're ignoring having a really high performing website, or what we call an authority hub online that has the trust and has the credibility, and you've got that really dialed in a website, which is what we focus on at Carrot, and you've got your Google business profile with reviews, that's going to help you actually convert your offline marketing at a higher rate. So those kind of quote unquote lazy marketers, the ones who are having a challenge versus the pros, they double down on their online presence because that is the thing that makes all of their marketing work better, builds that trust and credibility. Dude, another thing that I find is, let's say you're same thing, you're going to be a wholesaler or flipper, or you're in commercial. You look at all their websites and all their businesses and all their marketing, and it's all the same, right? A flipper and a wholesaler is going to say, hey, we're going to buy your house fast for cash, no fees, quick close. That's what they're saying is their unique value proposition. That's not unique. That's every darn wholesaler and flipper in the market is saying the same thing.
Every market, yeah.
Every market, right? And so if you're acquiring commercial properties, there's probably a version of that on that website or in the marketing as well. And so I want to ask the question. It's like, well, I want people to pull back and really ask, what gap do you see in the market that maybe isn't being served as well for your target market? If it's a house seller or if it's a commercial property owner, Where do you feel that other players in your market maybe aren't serving them as well? Maybe you feel you can give a higher offer because you've got some other ways that you're earning income with those deals and you legit can offer more. Bring that out in your marketing, right? Check with us first and last. We will pay you more. Maybe you're the person. I talked to one of my buddies yesterday, JP Pirtle in Louisville, Kentucky. Is biggest investor in Louisville, one of our big carrot clients, generates a lot of leads online through our platform. He's like, dude, we close on 100% of every offer is accepted. It's a guaranteed offer. We will never renegotiate. We won't retrade at the end. We're not going to back out. Every offer that's accepted, we 100% close on it. That's a value proposition, right? Pull that up front and put that in there. We guarantee our offers. If you accept our offer, we will 100% close. Find a value proposition that's different, that's better. Maybe you're the most credible. Maybe you've been around the longest, whatever it is, right? We know the area the best. Find your value proposition and step into that instead of just saying the same thing everybody else is saying. Dude, another thing, and I'll rattle off a couple more, then I'll toss it over to you.
Sure.
Another thing is follow-up, right? Is follow-up. Let's say you're working really, really hard to get all these leads, whatever it is. You do cold calling or direct mail or doing Google pay-per-click or Facebook ads or search engine optimization. You're working really hard, investing big time to get those leads. Whenever I talk with a lot of people and they want to grow their business, they think, shoot, I just need to get more leads. I need to add another marketing channel, or this person said direct mail works, so I'm going to do direct mail. What usually is the actual answer, Melvin, is I'm going to dive into their funnel. And usually they're getting good enough leads to close deals. They're just not following up with them well.
No.
So it's follow up. And so the first thing is, depending on the marketing channel, some marketing channels require you to follow up faster, right? So if it's a Google pay-per-click ad where that person's seeking out a solution right now online and they're highly motivated, you better be answering those things live, or at least getting back within 3 to 5 minutes. If you don't, they might already be on to the next website, already having the conversation with that person. But we found in our data, we acquired a CRM company called InvestorFuse, and we've baked that into Carrot now. So we have the CRM side, and we've been building AI into the system for automated follow-up and our autonomous lead manager that books appointments. And what we found in that data is, on average, for a flipping, wholesaling, like a motivated seller type of a lead, it's about 45 days, some quarters closer to 60, 45 days on average to actually get a lead into a contract. Okay. With a motivated house seller. It takes on average 9 to 15, depending on the quarter, 9 to 15 touches. I'm talking phone calls, text messages. We're not going to count emails there. We do email automatically, but phone calls, text messages, 9 touches on average before that becomes a contract. The newer investor, or the quote unquote lazy investor, is going to be 2, 3 contacts. They're going to give up after messaging them a few times, go, man, I don't want to bug them too much. So guys, reach out more often, serve them well. If they reach out to you, they need help, and keep pursuing them to serve them until they tell you they got it taken care of somewhere else. It's your duty to serve them. They ask for the help, and keep reaching out in a kind servant way until they've got their situation taken care of. All righty. I'll give you the last one here and then toss it over to you. Going on the marketing side, I think people end up once again going for volume way more than optimization. And this is very related to that follow-up one. They think, I just need more leads. I need more in the front door. And I was talking with one of our clients, Gene, yesterday down in Augusta, Georgia, and he was thinking he needed more leads coming in the door. They do about 3 to 5 flips a month, mostly online leads. And he said they thought that they needed more leads to come in the door. What we actually discovered was the leads weren't the issue. It was that Gene was the only guy taking the calls, and he wasn't getting back to them soon enough because the lead volume was up there.
Out of control.
And he would get back to him like the next day. And we go, well, let's look at this. Maybe you need someone else to help you take calls. So he added a person to help him take calls. And now their revenue went up by about 40% with the same amount of leads because they're getting back to him faster. They optimized that part of the funnel without getting any more leads into it. You can do the same thing with website optimization. We see people all day long moving their custom websites over to Carrot because Carrot converts at a higher rate. If you can convert, rather than 5% of those leads into or those visitors into a lead, now you can convert 10% of those visitors into a lead. Like on our system, you've doubled your lead flow just by swapping out the website. No additional traffic. You just optimize one part of the funnel. So I'll rattle these off really quick. Emotion versus math. Guys, trust math, not emotion. Build trust, online reviews, build that credibility hub versus just going offline. Have a clear USP. Make sure that your message stands out a little bit from everybody else in that market. Make sure you've got good follow-up in place because most deals happen after the follow-up, not in that first day or two. And then find ways you can optimize with the leads you've already got versus just piling more money and more leads on the top.
Wow. There you go, folks. Marketing tactics, actions that work. And then Trevor has provided clear examples of folks who made a few tweaks, escalated their overall revenue. Wow. Trevor, that's fantastic, man, in terms of laying out foundation, giving some bits of nuggets. And regardless if you're big or small, you can take advantage of some of these tactics and improvement in your business. I mean, number one, follow up, right? If you're not following up, I mean, you're going to be stuck in neutral for quite a long time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. So, man, you know what? Let me ask you the last question. I mean, in terms of,
Yeah.
okay, it started with a challenge from your dad. You took action, you followed up, and you got it. You're growing. You're in an area now, opportunity zone. You're moving it from point A to point B to point C. Next 3 to 5 years, what's the vision for Trevor, your team, in terms of things of that nature on the real estate investment front? Because I know you got goals back there that you're.
Yeah.
So, why don't you share just a little intel without spilling all the beans?
Dude, for sure, man. So I'll talk the real estate part first, then the software company part. So the real estate side, dude, we want to continue to buy the buildings that come up downtown, attract more businesses, and revitalize downtown. I mean, we're not buying stuff, at a fast pace. Like I said, once every couple of years, but one by one. We own this block that we're on right now. We own about a third of this particular block that we're on. And we think we can do the same thing on the next block. So we're just going to keep doing that. We want to beautify downtown, make this an amazing place to live. Next thing, and I think there's going to be deals coming up. There already are deals coming up. There's one down the street that we've been working on. Amazing deal. They're not willing to own or carry that particular deal, but guys, there are amazing deals. And where we are right now, kind of in the economy, if you look hard enough and you let people know you're buying, they're going to pop up. They're going to pop up. So keep looking for them. On the software side, we've actually found that so many of our real estate investor clients, the flippers, wholesalers, agents, they also own a roofing company, or they also own a contracting company or an HVAC company or anything like that. And so we're actually doubling down to serve all businesses that serve real estate owners. So let's say that you're an HVAC company or a roofer or any of those local service business. We have people using our platform right now to bring in tons of amazing roofing leads, tons of amazing HVAC leads. Contractors, we have a contractor down in Houston who is crushing it using Carrot versus his custom site. And he was showing his data the other day in our Facebook group where the majority of his revenue now is coming from his organic inbound search on his home remodel business. So that's where we're going, man. We're going to take the momentum that we've built helping real estate investors and agents to get in front of the most motivated sellers. And we're going to say, how can we serve other industries that also serve those homeowners and get them in front of those most motivated sellers too? AI is changing things a lot. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
something we're doing. We're doing training on that right now. We've got a monthly challenge we're doing with a bunch of our customers, carrot.com/challenge, where we're teaching people how to get visibility in the AI search engines. It's $27, insanely cheap. We just want people to use the information, but get visibility in front of the search engines. Otherwise, you might get left behind.
You dropped some nuggets there, man, in terms of good insights, good intel, things of that nature. Wow, man, it's fantastic, man. So I know you said it before, but I'm going to have you say it one more time, Trevor, as we close this out. Where can people find you? Give me an Instagram again so you can make sure they can link up with you, be able to take advantage of some of the things and intel insights you have going on. And if anything, man, if this story doesn't motivate you, nothing will, man, because you took a challenge and you acted on it, and voila, here you are. You are making a difference in the community. You're in an opportunity zone. You understand the need for housing and beautifying your downtown, man. So it's a fantastic ordeal. So I'll
Love
leave
it.
it up to you to close it on out, man. Go ahead and
Dude,
provide your.
I appreciate you, man, big time. And yeah, guys, follow me on Instagram. It's Trevor, TREVOR.Mauch. Hit me up with the DM and I'll get you that marketing budget calculation that you guys can check out. I've got a little video that goes with it. No opt-in required. I'll just send you the YouTube video with the calculation. And then we have our podcast and tons of free content. You guys can find all that information at carrot.com/podcast. And get my podcast there. And I've got one called the Entrepreneur Freedom Formula, Melvin, where I talk all the entrepreneur stuff. It's like the entrepreneur mindset, the struggle and the challenge, and how do we grow businesses that don't own us? You guys can find that link at carrot.com/podcast as well.
Well, Trevor, look, man, on behalf of myself, my wife Jackie, who puts on Get Diversified Podcast, appreciate you sharing the nuggets of information, dropping those tidbits on marketing, and hopefully, again, it's about taking action, man. The follow
Yep.
up, that is key and critical in any business if you're trying to grow from that standpoint. So, man, look, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, and thanks for sharing that information.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you, buddy.
You got it.
Jacqueline and Melvin, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to this episode of Get Diversified. Please make sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss out on future episodes. Finally, stop by our website and follow us on social media. Ciao for now. Make it a great day, and we'll see you next time. And remember, get diversified.